So some activists are attempting to end archaeological practice, archaeological practice, of classifying gender of ancient human remains, calling it a disservice to people who do not clearly fit the binary gender. And I say to those people, F off. If you want to be a little fairy or mouse or dog or cat, that's great. That's awesome. But at the end of the day, when you die, and 1,000 years from now, if your body was dug up, you're either going to be a male or a female. Because the reality is, as you can see in the picture, which I won't put up because it's not that entertaining, but it's a skeleton. There's no genitalia there anymore. So based on DNA, they're going to be like, this person had X
or bone
Y.
structure and hip size.
Right.
I've watched enough CSI to know how this works.
Right. So it's just, I'm done with it. Like, I'm so done with it. I'm so done with you trying to push your crap on me. I don't care what you do in your own life. I don't care as long as you're not hurting someone else. I don't care.
And you're not going to participate in
And I'm not going to participate in your little fantasy. I'm not going to call you whatever you want to be
You're
called.
not going to meow to the cats?
I'm not going to. No. I can show you a cat meme I would meow for, but not that one. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. No, I'm not playing in your fantasy. I don't care. I'm not playing in your mental disorder. It is what it is. Like, think about it. You're going through enough, and then the lady in Congress literally says, like, 1 out of 5 transsexuals attempt suicide. And you don't think that that's a sign that there's
not right,
a mental issue here, that you need some help? And that changing from a male to a female to a male, whatever, that's not going to fix your issue. Yeah. Now, if you want to dress up as a woman and you're a guy, and I know a guy that does that, and looks pretty good as a woman, honestly. I mean, he's got more than man face. He just likes to do it. You know what? I have no problem with that. None at all. He's like, I'm a heterosexual male. I'm married. I just like to do this. All right, man. I don't care. That's fine. But he doesn't want to have sex change and any of that stuff.
He doesn't want to have kids come and dance in front of him and strip for him.
Nope.
That's what I got issues with. Like I got issues with a lot of things, actually, but but you know what I mean. Like, leave kids alone.
Yes. You turn 18.
You can't buy matches. You can't vote. You can't do all this other stuff.
Right.
But yet.
But at 5, you think they should be able to have gender reassignment surgery because they know what they want at 5 years old?
Or hormone blockers.
Blockers.
Yeah.
Yet if you didn't feed your kid, it's child abuse. If you didn't bring your child to the dentist because he had a toothache and something happened, God forbid, to your kid, and he died from it, or he had an injury you didn't treat, that would all be child abuse. Neglect. And if the child died, negligent homicide. Yet if you want to take your 5-year-old to have a sex change, it's good parenting there. Yeah.
5-year-old doesn't. I don't know. Bill Maher said it best. I mean, he's a lefty or a Democrat, whatever.
Yeah.
And he even said, like, my position on this hasn't changed. You guys are changing, and it's always been, and I've always felt like this. And
the Democrat Party has gone so left, crazy, psycho, most of them, more on a national stage. I won't say local, but it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. They've given into this agenda thinking that this somehow will get them votes, when I think in the end they're going to find that no one's going to support them. And they're like, well, unfortunately in this country we have 2 options, right? Democrat, Republican. I hate that because I don't like either one of them. I want like a party, like a patriot party or something, that people that believe in the Constitution.
Or you need parties. Like, how
or get rid of them all together.
Vote for who.
George Washington said the party system will wreck this country, and sure enough, because there's no way 435 people all can vote right along party lines and not think for themselves and not be like, well, actually, this guy over here, I like what he's saying. I agree with what he said. No, it's just constantly the same Well, no, I'm a Democrat. I'm going to vote Democrat. The Republicans do the same thing.
There's on both sides. There's like 13 to 17 usually that'll flip flop. I think they rotate it probably. They're like, hey, it's your turn to vote with the Democrats this time. You have to take one for the team.
Yep.
Behind closed doors. I mean, that's just my own personal take on it because.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just noticed that always, there's always some Republicans that don't stand up for conserving things. Just like the Democrats are saying, give us money so we can fix things. And it's like, if you're a Democrat, you should be like, well, you have complete control of everything.
Right.
Fix it now.
So if Roe versus Wade.
You know what I mean? Like this
is what everyone should be saying.
If you're a Democrat, you should be like, why do you need money from me when you're all in charge?
Steve, just reelect me. Send me back again. I will do it for you, Steve. I will do what you want. This time will be the time, Steve.
I just need $10 more from you.
Yes. I know I've been there for
it's just ridiculous.
I know I've been there for 8 terms. I know it. But this is the time, Steve. Steve, this is the time I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to vote for what you're looking for. The values of your state. I'm going to do it this time. But right now, when we control everything, I can't do it. You're so mad about Roe versus Wade?
It's the Republicans' fault.
It is.
How is it the Republicans' fault?
Yeah. Hey, if you're so mad about Roe versus Wade, then Democrats should pass a law to legalize it in the country, the whole country. They have the power. Fine.
Yeah.
Do it.
Well, that's the point we're making.
Exactly.
They don't.
No.
So
they don't want to fix the issue.
So our liberal friends are being lied to just as much as our conservative friends.
Exactly.
Nothing's being conserved other than their power.
What's conservative about Conservative Party? Nothing.
They write angry letters and then it slowly shifts. And so that's why everybody's like, the Republicans seem more like Democrats now.
The Democrats used to be the party of the little people, right? The little guy, me and you, they're the party of that. Republicans are the party of big corporations and whatever, right? That was kind of their thing. That's kind of changed. I mean, they're all kind of big corporation dominated.
They're all dominated.
But there's no party anymore that looks out for the little guy. None. No party. So you have to get rid of these people that are in there that are
Tim, they're
establishment
looking out
people.
for you by getting rid of fossil fuels.
That's true.
You'll be better off 3 generations from now when they get the technology affordable.
That's true. Meantime, we can walk places.
Yeah, get you a bike.
So you need to stop outlawing fossil fuels. And we just need to outlaw fossil fools, the ones we send to Washington that are 70, 80 years old.
Did you get that from someone? Or did you just
I did get that with someone. I could have took credit for it, but I won't. No, I saw that. But it's time people, 40, 50-year-old people to have their turn in this country at writing laws and whatever. I have nothing against elderly people. I have grandparents that I love dearly. But I wouldn't send my grandparents to Washington to fix the country because they're not in touch with the realities of some of the stuff today, like technology. So it's time for people like me and you, our age group, to get in there. Like I don't understand it. The liberals are not liberals. The lefties are all against these old white men, are all racist, blah blah blah. Yet your president's an old white man. Sanders is an old white man. Pelosi is an old white woman. It's all the same. I mean, we're starting to see more Hispanic and Black Americans and I love it. I think it's great. I want to see that too. But these old white men and women, but mostly men, time for them to go. Go retire, dude.
Yeah.
We don't care
it's
anymore.
Their policies and their lack of
You can't afford to heat your home this year.
For us, like they should be figuring out, instead of sending money to Ukraine, which you can find retired generals that are like, it's over with, like it's done. Russia won this. They won. Our sanctions have failed. The ruble is stronger than it was before the Russia-Ukraine conflict. So I don't know. It's all a shell game, and none of it comes back to us except for through grants, right? So we got some stands in our town.
Consider them as it all burns down.
Some people got back some money, right? So they got like $2,000 out of like the trillions that were released for COVID funds.
It must have had to be on a list.
Banks were bailed out.
They'll have to bail out the banks probably
From
again, too.
2008 because they're too big to fail.
Yeah. Like the auto manufacturers.
Yeah.
Too big to fail.
I got it. That it's
Mark my words, we'll be bailing banks out again because of the housing situation now. You're buying your house at twice of what it's worth, and when that resets, you're going to be pretty pissed off. You have a $500,000 house that's worth $250,000, and you're going to be like, the hell with this. I'll take a few years bad credit. Bank can have it. And then the bank's going to be like, oh, my God. Government, save us. So we can do the same stupid thing over again, but you're too big to fail. Meanwhile, all the homeless people out there, sucks to be you.
Yeah, that's my big thing is why don't we invest back into our own country at the rate that we invest
How about
overseas?
America first, not America last? You represent the United States of America. It's our money. It's not your money. You're just the jackass we sent down there to run it all, right? It's our money. It's my money, your money, anyone out there that works. It's their money. So it's our money. You piss on the American people. You don't care about anything happening in America. But the place where you're laundering your money will send that Ukraine. We better bail them
Well,
out.
they get away with it because people don't see the pattern of they're selling you a bad bill of goods with electric and green energy right now. That's not to say that it won't be on par sooner, sooner or later. But right now, they're just trying to reset our way of thinking when it comes to travel, getting from point A to point B, what freedoms you really have, because the Constitution doesn't really count. That was written by old white men.
Right. I think it was pretty, but they weren't even old though.
Yeah, they were actually in their 20s.
In 30s, early 30s.
But people will
But they're
say
white.
that because
They own some
they
slaves.
stayed,
Some of them. Right.
Yeah, I mean, there were some older guys, but most of them, well, maybe I'm thinking of the Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence, probably, yeah.
They were definitely young then. Most of them bankrupt, families torn apart.
If you can't look at this country and look at the last, how many is it,
46.
246 years? So 246. Quite a long time. It's only gone to shit the last 20? Like, really gone downhill fast. Like, and if you can't look at that as the policies and the things happening around you, and you really think that piece of paper that protects your rights is the issue,
Or do you think that it's an issue to, have a family, have morals and values, show up on time, work hard, be respectful?
I was talking to my friend yesterday about this. I'm like,
But, people look at that and say, well, that's a white thing. That's not a United States of America thing. You're part of the problem for thinking that. There's
Yeah.
books out there that say that, or at least a book. It's crazy.
yeah, I don't believe in this.
It's like Martin Luther King was like, I dream for a day where my kids are based on, or they're judged for their character, not for the color of their skin. Something, I'm messing it up a little bit, but
Yeah.
basically, if you earn, like you have a chance to earn respect and dignity because we start off equal, then why do I need to hire you just because of a quota?
reverse racism. Affirmative action is reverse racism. It's
People will tell you that reverse racism is made up, right? But what it is,
How is it not? So if I have to hire one woman, one minority, or a different color than white person, how is that now not reverse racism? So
well, yeah,
five
it's
white people that apply and the one black person applies. If I don't take the black person, I'm a racist. But I have to take them because now this affirmative action, even though one of the white men over there or whatever is got 10 times the qualifications of this kid over here has never done this work, but I have to take that. That's reverse racism. Now, on the flip side, if that one black individual or Hispanic individual is better qualified than everybody else, they should get the job, they should be paid what the job's worth, and they should be treated with dignity and respect. And this is a big thing I was talking about with my massage therapist yesterday. I was like, here's the thing that gets me, and maybe this is why I don't understand racism that much. And when people call me racist, I laugh it off because they're a bunch of effing idiots because I'm not a racist person. Is I guess I have a hard time seeing what they're talking about because it's not inside me. So it's not just something in me where I'm like,
It is
"Oh."
inside you, according to them. You were
According to
born
them.
into it.
Yeah, it's funny.
You're so racist you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Like there are
Racism's
people out there
taught.
that believe that.
It's taught. It's not something just inside you.
Well, there are people who will argue with you on that.
Let them. Come on in, sit in a chair. Grow a set. Let's do this.
What is it? Tim and Steve Show @gmail.
Yeah. Reach out on Facebook. Let's sit here. Let's have this conversation. I've got the kahunas to have this conversation. I don't care what you say. You can say, I got a message last week, or Saturday when we were at the driving range. Pissed me right off. This moron I went to school with telling me I'm a racist, fascist, blah, 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 blah. It's funny. With Mexican stepkids. If I was a racist, I wouldn't have Mexican stepkids. I can tell you that right now. If I was any of the things that, you think I am. No, I'm not. So let's have the talk. Let's do it.
Why you don't have to get mad at me? I'm sitting here conversing with you, trying to get it all out.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it. I'm fine with it. I heard a story a little while ago. We had a birthday party, and the lady was there, and she works somewhere locally. I won't say where, but she's black. She doesn't make as much as some of the other people there in the same profession, whatever, same education, whatever. And I said, that pissed me off. I'm like, that's effing, I was pissed because when I see stuff like that, it pisses me off. It's not okay. So you try to, oh, you're racist. Really? Because I get pissed off that that lady's not making the same money as the other ones are making. The only difference that anyone can see is
color
of her skin. That pisses me off. So, yeah, no, sorry, not an ist. Not a homophobic. I have uncles that are gay, friends that are gay. Don't give a shit what you do with your sex life. Don't care. Just words. That's just a tactic from the left now, leftists, that, you're an ist if we're got nothing smart to say to the person and I need to defend myself, then, well, you're a racist or you're a fascist, you're this, you're that. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not any of those things. Just a regular old person, gets up in the morning like everybody else, goes to work, works hard, provides for my family, tries to do the best I can to get ahead in this world just like anybody else. Help lots of people along the way, do whatever I can do. Volunteer, whether it's coaching, being on the school board. Go to school board meetings and not even on the school board, but because I care. Zoning, because I care. Because I want to do these things, because I want to see the town get better, the state get better, and the country get better. So, yeah.
I'm convinced.
Nah, I didn't have to convince you.